Good morning, family. You better get excited. We get paid to read these books. Ryan Serhant, Sell It Like Serhant. We right in the middle of November, and it is getting good. All right, we are over here on page 100. We are a little, about halfway through, right on time, right on track to finish this book in the month. And he's talking about the 7 stages of selling in chapter 5. And then he kind of gets through what the client is going through. And now on page 100, he's talking about the solution, our attitude toward the client. He says, so the client is going through all of this emotion of whatever, fear, doubt, anxiety for one thing or the other. And so this is the 2 attitudes that you should have in dealing with your client. Number 1 is, we've all been there. Teammates, it's not really a script, it's an attitude. Point 1, you have to put yourself in the client's shoes. You've made purchases before that were bigger than you have ever made. I mean, you bought a bigger house, or your first house, or your second house. Hopefully, your second house is bigger than your first one. Or if you're buying bags, shoes, watches, travel, trips, plane tickets. Whenever you start spending money, you ain't never more money you ever spent before on a certain thing, it comes with some emotion. I can relate. I don't know about you, but you have to put yourself in the client's shoes and communicate with an attitude of, we've all been there and we are in this together. So you have to have empathy for the client and be patient and communicate by what you say, how you respond, your energy, that we are in this together and we have all been there, and relate to them on their level. That's insight number 1. Then he goes on to say, that's how you communicate with a client. They may be struggling to make a decision. All right, now he's talking about a client that is indecisive. And in real estate, I guess I'm showing people all these houses, they can't make up their mind. And he has a system called push, pull, and persist. And so, instead of going through all of the 3, let's talk about just that attitude, that indecisive energy. I don't know where I heard this. It just stuck with me at some point in my career that point 2, insight number 2, is indecision is a decision. Indecision is a decision. By you not taking action, moving forward, putting something in motion, you are choosing not to. You are choosing to choose the opposite of whatever you're supposed to be doing. Teammates, indecision is a decision. In my world, I tell all of our teammates, the word wait, W-H-I-T, is a 4-letter word. We ain't waiting for nothing. We going to try it, do it. We're not waiting. I'm waiting to do this. I'm waiting to call this person back. Well, what you waiting for? Just call them. They at work. Well, call them anyway. If they can't answer, they won't. Leave a message, text them. Communicate. Don't wait. We're not waiting. Why? Tomorrow's not promised. And he goes through the whole thing. Decision making is often hard and uncomfortable. It's much easier to sit on the couch and watch TV. If you are in sales, inaction, is enemy number 1. There is nothing more worrisome to a salesperson than indecision. Teammates, and also on the other side, the salesperson can be indecisive in their follow-up, in their prospecting, in their energy toward reaching out, growing their business. All right? Now, point 3, and I'm going to let y'all go. He's talking about pushing, pulling, and to me, most importantly, is persisting. So that's how you overcome indecision and all these negative emotions this client is going through before they make a decision or to go ahead and close this sale. He says he refused to move up if the seller wouldn't come down. He's basically talking about negotiation. Every 2 days, I sent him a message about the deal. Now, Ryan believed it was a good deal for the client, that he wasn't being oversold or taken advantage of. He really believed it was in the client's best interest. He says, every 2 days, I send him a message about the deal. One message would be about how I'm trying to hold it for him. Another message would be about a new sale that justified the asking price. A third message would be asking him to see it again. It's every other day. He says the first day, I'm telling him I'm holding it for him. The next communication is somebody else just bought something that costs more. And the third one is, let's look at this again. He agreed to take another look, talked about the issues, and it was clear he was in fear stage. He used his tools, blah, 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 and he got him to closing. Point number 3 is nothing beats persistence. It's not a script. It's not a special response. It's not any slick sales pitch or slogan. It's just pure good intentions with persistence. Nothing beats that. If you believe it in the client's best interest, they're showing you that they're interested, just keep in touch. Teammates, I love reading these books, man. I love reading these books. I'm reading it for me, and hopefully you're getting something out of it too. Love you guys. We'll run this play again tomorrow.